Hey Cormdeo, it is Monday, May 17th. This is your weekly update. I have 3 things for you. Number 1, a week from tonight, we're going to be hosting a leadership training here at Cormdeo in the sanctuary. Our topic that night is going to be the gospel, community, and conflict. We want to spend a night, an hour of time together talking about how should the gospel inform the way that we do conflict in life. When it comes to conflict, whether it be in your family or in your gospel community, the question is not if you're going to have conflict. The question is when you're going to have conflict. And when that happens, how does the gospel inform our response to it? So I want to invite you to that night of training. It is wide open to anyone within our church who's a part of a gospel community. We see nights like this as key opportunities to continue to form healthy gospel culture in our church. So I want to really encourage you to set aside that night to be in the room with us on Monday, May 24th, 7 p.m. here, leadership training. That's number 1. Number 2, last night we launched our intro gospel community for the summer. Really exciting. We've got 45 to 50 adults, another dozen or 2 kids, and these are people who are committing to 10 weeks of life together doing intro gospel community, where we're going to be working through the gospel-centered life material, talking about what's our vision for gospel culture and gospel community within our church, and allow people to experience that. So hey, if you're a regular attender of Cormdeo, you've been around for a long time, I just encourage you, would you be praying for this intro gospel community group, for them to experience the gospel, and then for them to become the type of people who just love gospel-centered ministry and want to get caught up in doing good, healthy gospel community or gospel-centered ministry in groups in the future. So that's the second thing. Third thing I want to say, one of the rhythms we have here at Cormdeo is that over the summer we take breaks from gospel community. We find, as with your life, you need to build in rhythms for renewal. Gospel communities take on a life of themselves, and there's times throughout the year where we want to encourage groups to just take a break from normal gatherings and to either create some informal gatherings or just take some time for rest. So, hey, if you're in a gospel community and you're newer to Cormdeo, don't be surprised this summer if your gospel community takes a little bit of a break or changes their structures. This is a normal way that we operate here at Cormdeo, is to give leaders and people who are hosting just an opportunity to rest over the summer. We will be kicking out gospel community content again in August, so our gospel communities will launch back up with their formal weekly gatherings coming up in mid-August, once we get on the other side of the summer, so you can look forward to that. But in the meantime, enjoy some rest, enjoy some relaxation, enjoy some renewal. It's the Lord's gift to you. That's all I have for this week. Excited for you to be back in the room next week as we close out our series on the kingdom of God, and looking forward to transitioning into the summer with you all. All right, that's all we have. We'll see you next week for the weekly update.